Good day to everyone present today at the public hearing held by Panel B of the Prosecutor's Vetting Commission. I am Virginia Moraro, Deputy Chair of the Prosecutor Vetting Commission and Chair of Panel B. The Prosecutor's Vetting Commission was established and it exercises its powers in accordance with the provisions of the Law No. 252, passed by the Parliament of the Republic of Moldova in 2023. This law expressly stipulates that the Commission shall evaluate the prosecutors who are referred to in Article 3, Paragraph 1 of the law as subjects of the evaluation. The panel conducted this hearing consists of 3 members and was established to evaluate the subjects in accordance with Article 15 of the Law No. 252 on the 31st of May 2024. I am joined today by my panel colleagues, Corina Vidinsky, National Member of the Prosecutor Vetting Commission, and Irmantas Mikelionis, International Member of the Prosecutor Vetting Commission. The subject of today's hearing is Armen Oganesean, Prosecutor at the Chisinau Prosecutor's Office, subject to the evaluation in accordance with Article 3, Paragraph 1, Subparagraph E, and Paragraph 3 of the Law No. 252. In his previous capacity as a prosecutor seconded to the Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office, Mr. Oganesean, welcome to today's hearing. Today's hearing is carried out in accordance with the provisions of the law of Article 16 of the aforementioned law and the Commission's rules of organization and operation approved pursuant to the Law No. 252. Throughout the assessment and throughout the hearing, the panel is also assisted by members of the Secretariat. I must mention that this hearing is open to the public and to the media and is being conducted with simultaneous Romanian and English interpretation. Also, in compliance with the provisions of Article 16, Paragraphs 3 and 4 of the aforementioned law, the hearing is being audio and video recorded. And within 3 days of the hearing date, the recordings shall be posted on the official website of the Commission. Now, Mr. Oganesean, at the end of this hearing, you will have the opportunity to provide some closing remarks if you so wish. I will begin with a brief summary of the evaluation process regarding the subject Armen Oganesean. The Commission initiated the evaluation process regarding the subject on May 24, 2024, by notifying him by email and requesting that he fill out and submit to the Commission declaration of assets and personal interests for the past 5 years, which includes a list of close persons working in the judiciary, the prosecution service, and public service, as well as a questionnaire regarding ethical integrity as provided for in Article 12, Paragraph 3, Paragraph 4 of the Law No. 252. Mr. Oganesean has submitted the requested documents to the Commission. They were filled out, signed, and accompanied by the required attachments by the established deadline on the 5th of June 2024. Furthermore, in accordance with the provisions of Article 12, Paragraph 5 of the law that was aforementioned, by submitting the aforementioned declarations and by submitting the questionnaire that was also mentioned above, the subject of the evaluation declares under their own responsibility that the data provided is accurate and complete, and thus consents also to the processing of their personal data. Following the random distribution of the evaluation file among the Commission's evaluation panels in accordance with the procedure set out in Article 17 of the Commission's Rules of Procedure, the evaluation file concerning the subject Armen Oganesean was assigned to Panel B. On the 16th of August 2024, Mr. Oganesean was informed by email of this fact and of his right to request the recusal of members under the conditions set out in Article 10 of that regulation, the Rules of Procedure. Mr. Oganesean did not request the recusal of any Commission member during the evaluation. Also, throughout the evaluation, the Commission has collected information regarding the subject and close persons in order to determine the subject's compliance with the criteria of ethical and financial integrity as laid down in Article 11 of the aforementioned law. The Commission therefore obtained information from multiple sources, such as the National Integrity Authority, the State Tax Service, the General Inspectorate of the Border Police, the General Police Inspectorate, the Office of the Prosecutor General, Superior Council of Prosecutors, and other authorities and public institutions, including financial institutions, open sources, and private entities, and individuals. The panel has analyzed and assessed the collected information in terms of its accuracy and relevance. Thus, as regards the issues or ambiguities identified during the evaluation process in the collected information mentioned above and the documents submitted by the subject, the panel has thus asked some follow-up questions and requested additional information and supporting documentation. In this regard, the subject responded to 3 rounds of clarification questions sent on the 9th of March 2025, 21st of April 2026, and 11th of May 2026. The subject responded to all questions within the deadline and submitted all the requested documentation. In accordance with the provisions of Article 16, Paragraph 1 of the aforementioned law and Article 28, Paragraph 2 of the Commission's Rules of Procedure, if, based on the information collected and verified, the panel has no doubts regarding the subject's compliance with the integrity criteria, it shall send the subject a written notice and shall schedule a hearing at least 10 days from the date of that notice. The subject may decide whether or not to participate in that hearing. In the absence of new information, the panel or the Commission is to adopt an evaluation report with a recommendation for the subject to pass the evaluation. Thus, on the date of May 18 of this year, the panel notified the subject that it had completed the evaluation and that it had not identified any doubts regarding the ethical and financial integrity of the subject in accordance with the criteria established in Article 11 of the Law 252, which would have otherwise been discussed in a hearing. And the subject was also invited to participate in the public hearing. On that same date, the subject confirmed participation in the hearing and requested access to the materials of his evaluation file. On the 25th of May this year, the Secretariat submitted the materials of the evaluation file to the subject in accordance with the provisions set forth in Article 28, Paragraph 4 of the Commission's Rules of Procedure. Now, Mr. Oganesean, based on the above, I would like to ask you 2 general questions. Would you wish to make any additions or changes, amendments to the answers or information previously submitted to the Commission during the questions rounds, or, if applicable, to the documents submitted? Esteemed members of the Commission, there is nothing for me to add. I think that the information and the data that was submitted was complete and accurate. Thank you. And the second question, are the answers you provided during the rounds of questions, as well as the information put down in the 5-year declaration and the questionnaire on ethical integrity, are they still accurate and up to date as of today? Yes, that information, the data provided in the 5-year declaration, in the ethical integrity questionnaire, and in my answers to the 3 rounds of questions, they continue to be up to date and valid as of today. Now, Mr. Oganesean, your evaluation process is coming to an end. Thus, thank you for your participation in the entire process and in this hearing. All that is left for the panel to do is to issue a report, evaluation report regarding you within 30 working days, and we'll try our best to do that as soon as possible, nevertheless, and while staying in observance of the provisions of the law number 252. On this note, if there's anything you would like, though, to say as a closing remark, you may do that now. Esteemed members of the Commission, esteemed members of the Commission, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude for the professionalism, the fairness, the respect shown by the Commission throughout this entire procedure. It was an honor for me to participate in this external evaluation. I've addressed this procedure with good faith, diligence, openness, and transparency. I believed it was my duty to provide all the explanation and all the documentations in a full manner, in an objective fashion as well. I would like to thank all the people, all the institutions that contributed to the clarification of circumstances of importance for this evaluation. I believe that the external evaluation is an essential process for the national mission that Moldova embarked on to consolidate the rule of law, to enhance the integrity of the justice system, and to irreversibly go closer to the European Union. I would like to wish you the best of luck with accomplishing this very difficult and important mission. I would also like to congratulate all prosecutors and judges who have already passed this evaluation, and I wish success to all of my colleagues who are to undergo this exercise. Thank you. We'd like to thank you too, Mr. Oganesean, for your patience, for your openness, for the openness you've manifested throughout the entire evaluation process, and we wish you the best of luck in the future as well in the professional work that you do. Have a nice day, and with this, the hearing carried out by Panel B regarding the Prosecutor Armen Oganesean has come to an end.